Students, today we are going to see a new story, that is Shadow and Carly. What is the title? Shadow and Carly. This chapter is based on the theme love and friendship between animals. What is the concept? Love and friendship between animals, especially the cats. Before going to see the story, all of you take your English textbook. Okay, students, all of you take the page number 28. Students, most people like to have pet animals, okay, especially dog, cat, parrot. Nowadays, people like to have pet as rabbit also. Okay, before going to see the story, let's do the warm-up exercise. Okay, look here. Do you have a pet? Identify the pets shown below and tick the pet you have. If you don't have a pet, tick the one you would like to have. Look here. They are asking us, do you have a pet? Identify the pets shown below and tick the pet you have. What you want to do means, now if you have pet, you can tick. Otherwise, if you don't have a pet, in future you would like to have or you would like to adopt, means you can tick on the picture. For example, if you have pet animal as a dog, you can tick on the dog picture. No ma'am, I have a pet animal as cat, means you can tick on the cat picture. So this, like, you want to do this warm-up exercise, do it yourself. Okay students, let's see the story. Read this story about how caring and loving cats can be and what it means to have the home where you are loved and cared for. Goodbye, Shadow, Paige said as her family dropped me off at the cat shelter. I know you will find a good home soon. I'm sorry, I'm allergic to you. She held me tight and her tears hit my fur. I couldn't bear to see her so sad. So I told myself it was the allergy that made her eyes so wet. Always remember that I love you and I want you to find another special human. The shelter is nice, but a cat needs a forever home. A cat needs to belong somewhere, she said. After she left, my eyes were overflowing somehow. Maybe I was allergic to the other cats. They were everywhere. Students, that you see in this picture, a girl and a cat. The girl name is Paige and her pet cat name is Shadow. So what happened means, the girl Paige has allergy. She is allergic to cats. So that's why her family decided to leave that pet cat in the cat shelter. After leaving Shadow in the cat shelter, the girl is saying something to Shadow. That is, goodbye Shadow. I know you will find a good home soon, so I am very sorry. Why we are leaving you in this cat shelter means because I am allergic to you. So that's why we are leaving you in the cat shelter. So she is holding the cat very tightly and she is crying. The cat is telling himself that it was the allergy, so that's why she is crying. She is telling himself. So after what happened, she is telling some more things to that cat, that is, always wherever you are, always I love you and I want you to find another special person like me. And she is telling that the cat shelter is very nice, it's looking very nice, but you need a forever home. Forever means always. You need a forever home and you need to belong somewhere. And after what happened, after she left from the cat shelter, the cat is crying. The cat is started to crying and his eyes are overflowing. So the cat is thinking that, oh, it is the allergy. So it is the allergy. We have also allergy because the cat is now staying in the cat shelter. It is full of cats. So that's why the cat is thinking that, so okay, we have an allergy. So that's why we are crying. A cat sniffed me, then nudged my side. Are you okay? She asked. Of course, I said, backing away. She looked me straight in the eye, and I knew she understood me. I was embarrassed that she saw me cry. I had a cold when I came in too, she said. It's an allergy. I replied, well, you will feel better tomorrow and better each day after that. I'm Carly. I'm Shadow. We touched noses to complete the introduction. Students, now we know that Shadow is staying in the cat shelter. So, another cat in the cat shelter came near to the Shadow and asking, are you okay? By touching. Nudged means touching gently. So, the another cat is asking Shadow that, are you okay? Shadow is moving little back and saying, I'm alright. Next, what happened? She is looking straight in the Shadow eye and she understood everything that Shadow is not feeling good in the cat shelter. And the another cat is saying that when I came to the cat shelter, I had a cold. Shadow is replying that it's an allergy. Next, the another cat is saying that you are the new to the cat shelter, so that's why you are not feeling good. You can feel better tomorrow and better each day. So, and my name is Carly. And then Shadow is introducing himself that I'm Shadow. Students, when we introduce ourselves, we shake hands the way they are touching their noses for introduction. I will show you around. I have been here almost 2 years, she said. 2 years. I knew I couldn't be without a family for that long. Carly introduced me to everyone. Isabel, Theo, and Scamp. She said, you will like it in here. We are not kept in cages and we can stay until we find forever homes, even if it takes years. I settled in and found a bed next to a cat tree. I felt odd. I was used to sleeping by Paige. The next morning, a boy and his mom came in. The boy petted me, then walked away. I know he must be filling out the adoption papers. I just imagined ants would pick me up and put me in a carrier, but the boy picked up Isabel. So, okay, students, what happened? Carly is showing everything to Shadow, and Carly is saying something to Shadow that I have been here almost 2 years. Then Shadow is telling that 2 years I could not be stay here without a family for that long. Then Carly is introducing Shadow to everyone, and the other cats are Isabel, Theo, Scamp. So Carly is introducing Shadow to Isabel, Theo, Scamp. Then she is saying that you will like this place very much, and we are not kept in cages until we find homes. And then what happened? Shadow settled in somewhere, and Shadow find a bed next to a cat tree. Cat tree means it is made by wooden, and it is especially for cats to play. And now Shadow is feeling different because few days back what happened? Shadow is used to sleeping by Paige. Now it is not like that. Shadow wants to sleep alone. The next morning, a boy and his mother came to the cat shelter. The boy touched very gently and then walked away. So Shadow is thinking himself that I know very well that definitely the boy is filling adoption paper, and sure I know that he would pick me and put me in a carrier. Carrier means basket. But instead what happened? The boy selected Isabel. Of course, he would want her. She was beautiful. My colors are in odd patterns. Congratulations, Isabel. I will miss you, but I'm happy for you. I said, maybe we need to groom some more. I suggested to Carly. The next morning, I groomed until my tongue was as dry as fresh litter. A girl and her dad came in. The girl threw a fur mouse and I pounced on it to prove I was a good mouse catcher. They walked away. I just knew ants would pick me up and put me in a carrier, but the girl picked up Theo. Of course, she would want him. He was talkative. So already we know that a boy and his mother came to the cat shelter and they selected Isabel. So that's why Shadow is thinking himself that yes, definitely the boy wants Isabel because Isabel looks very beautiful and Isabel colors are looking good comparing with other cats. So Shadow is saying Isabel that congratulations Isabel, I'm going to miss you, but I'm really happy for you. Then what happened? Shadow is suggesting something to Carly. Suggested means giving advices. Carly, we need to groom some more. Groom means keeping ourselves neat and tidy. We need to keep ourselves neat and clean. The next morning they started to groom. It means they started to clean themselves very neat and clean. So what happened? A girl and her father came to the cat shelter. The girl threw a fur mouse. Fur mouse means it's a toy mouse. So and then I pounced on it. Shadow pounced on fur mouse because we know very well that cats are famous for mouse catching. So that's why what happened, Shadow wants to prove himself that he was a good mouse catcher. So that's why he jumped on that mouse and then they walked away. Again Shadow started to imagination that definitely she would pick me up and put me in a carrier. Then what happened? The girl selected Theo. Of course the girl likes Theo because Theo is talkative. Congratulations, Theo. I will miss you, but I'm happy for you, I said. I made more friends but lost them when they found homes. Carly was always there to play with me, though. Every time I think of how much I wanted a home and a special human friend, that old allergy comes back to my eye. Then I remembered what Paige told me, that someone would adopt me, and Paige never ever lied to me. We tried to get adopted. We saw lots of people, but no one chose us. One early spring morning, Carly woke me up with happy anniversary. You have been my friend for a year. Students, already we know that a girl and her father came to the cat shelter and they selected Theo. So Shadow is greeting Theo that congratulations Theo. I'm going to miss you, but I'm happy for you. Then what happened? Day by day, he is losing his friends. But Carly is always there to play with Shadow. And Shadow is thinking that every day, every time and every day, I'm thinking that I wanted a home and I want a special person like Paige. If I think about this, that old allergy comes back. It means Shadow is started to cry. Then Shadow remembers that Paige, a few days before, Paige said one thing to Shadow that definitely special person will come and that special person will adopt you. So that's why he started to convincing himself. And then what happened? Day by every day, Shadow and Carly, they are seeing lots of people in the cat shelter, but no one is choosing them. One early spring morning, Carly wakes Shadow with happy anniversary Shadow. You have been my friend for a year. Anniversary means Shadow completed 1 year in the cat shelter. So that's why Carly is greeting. Carly is saying that happy anniversary. She meant to be nice, but I was not happy. How had I not found a home in a whole year? I decided to sleep all day. Around lunchtime, a human sat down and put me on her lap. I refused to snuggle. I heard a carrier door jangle, but I would not look to see which friend was leaving. Bye, Shadow. I finally have a home, but I will really miss you. You are my best friend. I couldn't congratulate her. I could not say goodbye. So what happened? She is nice, but I was not happy. Shadow is thinking that we came to the cat shelter 1 year before. Now we completed 1 year. Still, we couldn't find a home. It's a lunchtime. It's lunchtime. A person is sitting down, and the person put Shadow on her lap. But Shadow refused to snuggle. Snuggle means settle in a warm, comfortable position. Shadow is refused to sit on her lap. I heard a carrier door jangle. Jangle means ringing metallic sound. What is the meaning of the word jangle? To make a ringing metallic sound. When Shadow heard a basket opening sound, Shadow is not ready to see which friend is going to leave this cat shelter. Then what happened? A cat is saying to Shadow that, bye Shadow. Finally, I got a home. Really, I'm going to miss you because you're my best friend. Who is saying this to Shadow? Yes, you're right. This is Carly. It's time to leave the cat shelter. Carly got adopted. So that's why Carly is telling that, bye Shadow, I got a home. But Shadow could not congratulate her. Shadow could not say goodbye to Carly. Instead, I did something I would never done before. I extended my claws and scratched. I scratched the couch, the wallpaper. I scratched everything I could, except a cat or a human. Even when I am upset, I never hurt anyone. Someone called my name. I just knew I was in trouble. A pair of hands picked me up and put me in a carrier. At last, I was being adopted. So what happened? Every time when any cat is leaving from the cat shelter, Shadow congratulates them. But now he couldn't congratulate, he couldn't say even goodbye also. Instead, he did something different. He extended his claws and he scratched everything. He scratched the couch. Couch means sofa. He scratched sofa, wallpaper, whatever Shadow is seeing. He started to scratch, except a cat or a human. Because Shadow is saying that even when I'm in upset mood, Shadow never hurt anyone. Shadow never hurts anyone. Someone is calling Shadow's name. Then only Shadow came to know that we are in trouble because he scratched everything. No, so that's why Shadow is thinking like that. A pair of ants picked Shadow and put Shadow in a carrier. At last, Shadow also got adopted. He is the cutest, sweetest cat here, said the girl whose lap I had been on. Our other new cat is cute and sweet too, said the boy. I would say it's a tie. They took me to the car and Carly was already there. We were being adopted together. She winked at me, I winked back, and amazingly we never got allergies again. So what happened? Already we said that a girl put Shadow on her lap. So the girl is saying about Shadow that he is looking very cute and sweet in the cat shelter. It means he is the cutest and sweetest cat in the cat shelter. Then the boy is saying that our other new cat is also looking very cute and sweet. Then the boy is again telling that it's a tie. It's a tie means no one is winner. Then they took Shadow to the car and Carly is already inside the car. Then Shadow is thinking that we are adopted together. Shadow is saying to us that we adopted together. Carly winked at Shadow. Winked means, the meaning of the word wink means opening and closing one eye quickly. Then Carly winked at Shadow. Then again Shadow winked Carly. And surprisingly, they never got allergies. Allergies means here crying. They never started to cry again because they adopted together. They got adopted together in the same house. Okay, students. Now we have completed the story. Now the story is over. Now we are ready to do book back exercise. Okay, all of you take the comprehension page. Choose the correct option. First one is, whose family dropped Shadow off at the shelter? The options are Carly's family, Paige's family, Theo's family. Whose family left Shadow in the cat shelter? Carly's family? No, it's not the right answer. Paige's family? Yes, it is the correct answer. So, students, tick on the option B. Let's move to the second one. Shadow told himself that it was the options are fever that made Paige's eyes wet, allergy that made Paige's eyes wet, and the option C is strong wind that made Paige's eyes wet. Which one is correct for the second one? Yes, the correct answer is option B, because Shadow is telling himself that it's an allergy. That's why Paige is crying. So the correct answer is option B. Students, tick on the option B. Let's move to the third one. Who was Shadow's first friend at the shelter? Options are Carly, Paige, and Theo. Which is the correct answer for the third one? Which option? Yes, you're right. The correct answer for the third one is option A. So, tick on the option A. Let's move to the fourth one. Who was adopted first? Options are Isabel, Scamp, and Shadow. Yes, you're right that you're right. The correct answer for the fourth one is option A, Isabel. So tick on the option A. And the last one is, for how long were Shadow and Carly not adopted? And the options are for a fortnight. Fortnight means that 14 days. For a month. And the option C is for a year. Yes, on that time also Carly is greeting to Shadow that happy anniversary. Anniversary means 1 year is completed. So, how long? Yes, you're right. The correct answer for the fifth one is 1 year. Option C, for a year. So, tick on the option C, students. Okay, now the first exercise is also over. I hope you have done neatly in your textbook. Now it's time to discuss the question answer, students. Let us discuss the first one. What is the first one? Why did Shadow feel odd after settling in at the cat shelter? Yes, because Shadow felt odd in the cat shelter, as before that he was used to sleeping by Paige. So that's why. Let's move to the second one. Why, according to Shadow, was Theo adopted by the girl? Because Theo was very talkative, so that's why he was adopted by the girl. Let's move to the third one. Why was Shadow upset when Carly wished him a happy anniversary? Because the Shadow didn't find a home in 1 year and he was still not adopted. So that's why he didn't feel happy. Let's move to the fourth one. How did Shadow react when Carly was adopted and why? Shadow was extremely upset because every day by day, his friends were leaving this cat shelter. So he extended his claws and scratched the couch and the wallpaper. Whatever Shadow was seeing, he started scratching. So that's why, because he was very upset. Let's move to the fifth one. What happened to Shadow and Carly in the end? In the end, what happened? They were adopted by the same family. Let's move to the sixth one. What do you think actually caused tears in Paige's eye when her family dropped off Shadow at the cat shelter? Because Paige loved Shadow very much, and the feeling of getting separated from him brought tears in her eyes. Let's move to the seventh one. Do you think Shadow is a nice, likable cat? Give reasons. Yes, Shadow is very nice and likable cat. After Paige was leaving Shadow in the cat shelter, she could not bear separated from him. So what happened? That shadow continuously longed for human company like Paige. And the last one, let us see the last one. What kind of person did Paige want Shadow to be adopted by? What does that show about Paige? Yes, Paige loved pets, especially the cats, very much. And when she had to leave Shadow in the cat shelter, she said to the Shadow that you will get a good home and a good family. And this shows that Paige is a very kind and loving person, and who took good care of a pet. Okay, students, now we are going to see some vocabulary words related to the term friendship. Shadow and Carly were best friends. We know very well that Shadow and Carly are best friends. There are various kinds of friends. Are there. Let us see for example, best friend, a friend who you are closest to. What is the meaning for best friend? We are very close to that person, so we can call the person as best friend. Companion, a person with whom you spend a lot of time. If we spend a lot of time to someone, we call that person as companion. And the next one is confidant, a friend whom you trust and whom you share your secrets with. If we share our secrets and we have a big trust on that person, we can call that person as confident. Mate, your friend or companion, our friend or otherwise companion, we can call as mate. Acquaintance, someone you know slightly but who is not a close friend. We know the person, but the person is not close to us, so we can call that person as acquaintance. Okay, students, we know the meaning for these words. Now let us use these words in option exercise A. Look at the exercise. Fill in each blank with the most appropriate term from the ones defined above. So we have to use the correct word in the given sentence. Let us see the first one. Shadow and Carly remain dash forever. We know very well that they are best friends. So what is the answer for the first one? Best friends. Shadow and Carly remained best friends forever. So write best friends in the first answer. Let's move to the second one. Carly was Shadow's dash as she shared all her problems with him. Already I said that if we are sharing our secrets with someone, we can call that person as confident. So in the second sentence, what is the answer? Yes, the correct answer is confident. Carly was Shadow's confident as she shared all her problems with him. And the next one is Shadow never knew that he would meet a new mate at the shelter. Mate means friend or companion. Shadow never knew that he would meet a new mate at the shelter. And the next one is Shadow and Theo were dash. What is the answer? Yes, the correct answer is companion, because they spend a lot of time in the cat shelter. So that's why Shadow and Theo were companions. And the last one is I met and dash after many months. What is the last answer? Acquaintance. I met an acquaintance after many months. Already I said that the meaning for the word acquaintance is we know that person, but the person is not close to us and we are not close with that person. Okay, students, now the exercise is over. I hope you have written neat in the textbook. Students, now we are going to do different exercise, and this exercise is related to idioms. Before going to do this exercise, let us know what is an idiom. Students, what do you mean by an idiom? Yes, we know that an idiom is a group of words. What do you mean by an idiom? An idiom is a group of words. An idiom is a group of words whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual words. What is the meaning of idiom? Idiom is a group of words and its meaning is really different from the meaning of the individual words. Okay students, let us see some examples related to the word sight. Okay. The first example is a sorry sight. What is the first example? A sorry sight. The meaning for sorry sight is when something is in a bad situation or bad state and it makes us feel sad. So, what is the meaning for the idiom sorry sight? When something is in a bad state and it makes you feel sad. Let's move to the second one, at first sight. What is the meaning for idiom at first sight? When you see something, when we see something for the first time. The meaning for the idiom at first sight is when you see something for the first time. Let's move to the third one, catch sight of. Let's see the meaning of this idiom. When you see something momentarily. It means when you see something for a very short time. What is the meaning for the idiom catch sight of? When you see something momentarily. Momentarily means very short time. Let's move to the next one. Lost sight of. What is the next one? Lost sight of. It means when something that could be seen cannot. When something that could be seen cannot be seen anymore. It can be seen or cannot be seen anymore. Let's move to the next one. No end in sight. What is the meaning for the idiom no end in sight? It means we cannot see an end for some works or any trouble. We cannot see an end. Let's move to the next one. Set one's sight on. What is the meaning for this idiom? When you decide to focus. When you decide to focus or when you decide to achieve something. Okay students, now we have seen 6 idioms along with its meaning also. Now we are going to do one exercise. It is related to idiom. Let us see. Fill in each blank with a suitable idiom from the ones given above. Let's do the first one. Though the offer looks attractive, dash, it has too many conditions. Okay students, which one is suitable for the first one? Which idiom is suitable for the first one? A sorry sight? No, it's not suitable. At first sight, though the offer looks attractive for the first time, it has too many conditions. Yes, when you see something for the first time, what we have to use? At first sight. But here the offer looks attractive for the first time. So the offer looks attractive at first sight. It has too many conditions. So the first answer is at first sight. Write the answer at first sight. Let's move to the next one. As I open the window, I dash a dove flying over the mountain. So what I said, when you see something momentarily, when you see something for a very short time, we have to use the idiom catch sight of. So the second answer is caught sight of. Catch, we have to use the past tense here. As I opened the window, I caught sight of a dove flying over the mountain. Let's move to the third one. The boatman started his journey and soon dashed land. Already I said that when something can be seen, cannot be seen anymore. So we have to use lost sight of. So the third answer is the boatman started his journey and soon lost sight of land. It cannot be seen anymore. It cannot be seen the land anymore. So that's why we used the idiom for the fourth one is lost sight of. Lost can be changed as lost. The boatman started his journey and soon lost sight of land. And the fourth one is the poor man's damaged house is dash. Yes, already said that when something is in a bad situation or bad condition and it makes us feel sad. So the fourth answer is a sorry sight. The poor man's damaged house is a sorry sight. Let's move to the fifth one. To achieve success in life, one should dash the goal. Students, say the answer. What is the answer for the fifth one? Yes, you're right. When we decide to focus or when we decide to achieve something, the idea is set one's sight on. So the answer for the fifth one is, to achieve success in life, one should set one's sight on the goal. And the last one is, there is dash to the water scarcity problem we have been facing since last month. It means from since last month itself they are facing the water scarcity problem, but they cannot see an end to that problem. It means, what is the idiom we have to use for the sixth one? No end in sight. There is no end in sight to the water scarcity problem we have been facing since last month. The answer for the sixth one is no end in sight. Okay students, write neatly in your textbook. Students, we have completed third chapter, and the third chapter name is Shadow and Carly. Already I said that this chapter based on the theme love and friendship between cats. And today we have completed book back exercises of this chapter. I hope you have written neat and clear in your textbook. And I have given classwork notes for this chapter also in PDF format. So write neatly in your classwork note. Write the index page properly. Write all the patterns in neat and proper manner. Don't overwrite the words, and keep your classwork and grammar book, everything, keep it safe. We will meet on next class with another topic. Thank you.